Hello, welcome or welcome back to my channel, Minimalist Journal, where I talk about all things planning, journaling and stationaries. Today is the last day of my one book challenge for this summer. So if you have followed along, I have been sharing Traveler's Notebook content lately, and that's because I got this Kyoto edition during my Japan trip, and I was so excited about it. And also I was doing a 30 days planner challenge, and today is the last day, or actually I've done 30 days. Today is 31st day, but anyway, so I have done whole month with my Traveler's Notebook. And in this video, I want to share my insights on how I loved Traveler's Notebook, but also how I missed Filofax and what I want to do moving forward. So I feel like today I'm in a very good, calm position. Loving my system and happy to share where I am at the moment. So here I am in a very happy mode, happy, peaceful mode with my planner situation. But for those of you who haven't seen my previous videos where I started my 30 days challenge, just to give you a quick recap of where I was when I started the 30 days challenge. So I introduced my very first ring planner. This is Filofax Nappa personal size in March, and April, May, June, for the 3 months I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. Cutting, punching, it really filled my creativity and I was really enjoying it. But with the flexibility of how we can just quickly print things out, cut things and add it in, find another inserts, add it in, that process was becoming a bit too much. And I would say I had overloaded my planners mentally and physically. And in June, I hit the rock bottom. I didn't know what I wanted to do with my planner. And what started as a fun hobby or creative outlet became a stressful burden. I even shared that situation in the video. I think that was posted around end of June or early July. So if you are also in the midst of what to do with the ring planner, maybe you can resonate to that videos. But so what happened is I got so stressed out. Every day I was thinking about planner, what to do. So around that time, I started seeing a trend in planner community, which was called One Book July or One Planner Challenge or 30 Days Challenge. So I was a bit late to jump onto the wagon, but I decided I'm going to start my 30 days challenge. So because my first ring planner was giving me a headache, I decided to use my traveler's notebook for my 1 month challenge. And this was actually a very nice way for me to actually use my new Kyoto edition that I got in May. And I was looking for like a good way to use. And because it was so new, I was kind of afraid even to touch it, like to carry it around in my bag. I was so worried how it would damage the beautiful cover. So I said, okay, for 30 days, this is coming with me. Any scratch, dents, that's part of life. And yeah, you can really see how it has kind of damaged, but I think it's giving me a personal touch. And yeah, I think it's really started becoming my own traveler's notebook. So I'm so happy despite, some scratches and all the things. So let me share what I was doing in the traveler's notebook. I mean, the details are in my previous videos. So if you are looking for some way, or actually a way to use traveler's notebook as your main everyday carry planner, I highly recommend you to go back. But just to quickly recap, I have added 3 inserts to my traveler's notebook. All of them are handmade by me. The first one is the monthly calendar. I am heavily reliant on this calendar style. I think I grew up with the calendar style, so I cannot do any other format. So this was a must for me. When I started the challenge, I printed from January to actually next year March. And of course, I only used it for a month, but I really loved it. I mean, I still love it, so I kind of want to kind of keep it. I don't know how, but yeah, I really liked this. This is a months on 2 page from Analog Alicia. So this was very nice. I used it on everyday basis. The main insert that I made was this. This is the open page. My own inserts that I created for my personal planner, but I printed it to A4 paper and made this insert. So this was my daily to-do sections, and I was experimenting with the format. So I tried some weekly Alista method. I switched from using 1 page a day to just the minimal whatever I need style, so that was also nice. And I also made one very simple notebook, blank pages, nothing fancy. This is just a printing paper, and this has been a great memo for my just capturing whatever I need to do. So this 3 notebook has served me for 30 days. I really enjoyed it. I can still imagine myself using the same planner, even going forward. But I was kind of debating, even that last couple of days I've been debating, because I still have a few more pages to go. So I'm thinking I would just use up a little bit. So until the end of the week, I mean, we are midway through the week, so I might use it until the end of the week. But I'm not going to make second daily inserts or anything moving forward, because I actually want to go back to my Filofax. So what I have observed regarding Traveler's Notebook is, let's start with the positive side. So I noticed I am very much a bound book girl. Maybe because I have used Hobonichi for a long time. I really like keeping it in a book format rather than this inserts, which for me it feels like just a paper. So yeah, I was so happy to have a book bound style, even if it's my handmade, very simple booklet. So this was something that I realized that I really like booklet style. And also there's this kind of joy of finishing a book, which of course it doesn't happen so often, but I feel like this never ending to ring planner because you can always continue adding new inserts, new years. Maybe if you put like new year setup, maybe you feel a bit more fresh. But yeah, I really enjoyed using like bound book style and having the end, which gives me a bit of boost of accomplishment. So I learned I really like bound book style. So that's one. And I also shared in my previous video when I was doing this rough notebook, which was kind of accident. I just made it by impulse. The quality isn't perfect, but I noticed something that I missed with personal ring planner is that just stocking all the information in one place, just a chronological order, not really thinking about where to put where, but it just, I have YouTube idea here, I have pancake recipe here, and then planner setup idea. So this was like kind of, I don't know, maybe this feels like how my brain works, like everything randomly happening rather than keeping it into a very beautiful categorized order. So I quite liked this. So since I still have lots of pages to go, this will be kept in my traveler's notebook, and I do want to kind of use them for my brain dumping or whatever idea that comes up. But I also think that moving forward, when I'm done with notebook, I want to create some like chronological order, just a memo, random stuff kind of section in my personal planner, so I can have that kind of feeling even when I'm in the ring planner. So that's something that I'm thinking about. So yeah, having a book bound system and chronological order or mix of everything was something that I picked up during my 30 days challenge, and that's something I really, really like. And so moving forward, the downside of Traveler's Notebook is, maybe I have touched on it in my previous video, I think, but with my printing technique, I can only print one style inserts to make a booklet. So for example, like if it is Hobonichi weeks, there's this monthly calendar and then weekly inserts or templates toward the end of the book. But what I can do at this moment is I can have like calendar booklet here and then my daily booklet here, which makes double the book. And if I want some weekly inserts, I need another booklet. And then if I want something different, another booklet. So that was a bit of constraint I had. And also, now that I'm spoiled with beautiful templates that we can find for personal planner, creating weekly dashboard kind of to-do list was fun in the beginning, but toward the week 4, it became a bit boring, and I don't know if I was like using it properly. So yeah, since I knew it was only 4 times, I was able to do it. But whether I want to do it every week, every month, that was a bit of a question. So now I really appreciate how we can print things for a ring planner, and that's kind of giving me a motivation to go back to my ring planner. So that's the plan. I did a little bit of setup. Maybe I can just do a quick flip through of what I'm thinking. So after June, when I had kind of mental breakdown with planner, I have taken out all the, I wouldn't say unnecessary, but overloaded inserts that was giving me a bit of anxiety. So this is very simplified version, and I am thinking of going back to that simple version and then think about how I want to move forward. So this is very simple version. I have my monthly calendar, no change, and weekly is the one that I struggled a lot. But when I was flipping through my old Filofax used pages, the longest one that I stayed with was this Peanut Planner Co. freebie borderless. Kind of Hobonichi Weeks vibe, because I've been using Hobonichi forever. Hobonichi vibe here, and then there's 4 categories, which is very important for me because I juggle quite a few things. I have a few responsibility in. So this is where I'm going back to start with. I did see some, like, this was me trying to kind of create weekly plan to go back to my ring planner. But yes, I did go and see several other options out there, but I decided not to be ambitious to add something new, but I'm going back to where I started. This is how I started my ring planner. So I'm going back to this. If something doesn't work, I might switch. If I feel like 1 page is enough, I might downsize. But rather than thinking of, let's try something new, let's add this, I'm not going down the rabbit hole, and I'm sticking with this for the time being. So I have printed for a month, and I'm gonna stick with it for a month. And I absolutely like how it looks like, so I think I can manage this time with a positive mindset. And for my daily, this is something new that I printed. This is from Elise Create. I have been using my own daily inserts, this one in personal size, for a long time. But when I was thinking about how I want to go back to my planner, something that I missed when I was sharing about the downside of how I did my daily pages is that I wanted to minimize. I want my traveler's notebook to be very minimal. After being in a chaos, I said, okay, I'm not gonna make it too fancy, just keep it to the bare minimum. So I didn't do 1 page a day. and I kind of missed having a blank page in the morning. Something about having a white sheet in front of me in the morning kind of gave me, I don't know, like a nice clean table, clean sheet to start with. So I actually missed doing one page a day, and doing one page a day in this big notebook felt intimidating. Like, look at the size, but doing whole page a day was intimidating, but I feel like I can go back when it is personal size. So I was thinking about going either using my own format or introduce something new, and I found this very beautiful, simple looking one sheet a day, and I just liked this mini smile. I can just mini smile, some like energy level thing, the weather. So this, I'm hoping this would give me a nice revamp on my daily pages, and then after like a couple of weeks I might go back to what I was doing in my own inserts. But I thought maybe this is like a nice new something to tweak, and it's very simple, and all I need is a main to-do and a bit of writing section at the bottom. That's what I've been using in my own format before, so I'm gonna test it out. I think it's so cute. So I really enjoyed my challenge that I did in this summer, but I am very in a positive attitude, in a very good relationship with ring planner, and I'm looking forward to going back. And final thought on Traveler's Notebook. So I am done with this challenge. So this daily book and monthly book will be finished. I mean, I will keep it in a cupboard. I think this is a great way to kind of refer back when I feel like maybe going back to this as my everyday planner in 2025 or in the future. So this will be with me. But this is something that I've noticed, is that I really like book-bound notebook, and I think it's perfect for something that I want to keep forever. So I now have a strict line between planner and journaling, and this is planner. So I'm going to use it with the idea that I am not going to keep them once the year ends. That was the struggle I had. So I feel like these inserts are just a paper, so not like solid, stiff enough to archive my memories. So I did have my archive book, but somehow I wasn't convinced. So my idea is monthly calendar, weekly planning, and even the daily planner. I'm going to keep it very minimal, and it's just a plan. So I'm not going to do like deep thinking or decoration or... So this note section is going to be purely notebook, just some random notes if I need to take. But idea is I'm not going to like put some ephemeras or a lot of thinking into my daily planner that I want to keep them forever. So idea is this is just for day-to-day basis. At the end of the year, they are gone. So I want to use this book-bound traveler's notebook for my journaling, and I'm still waiting for the notebook to arrive. So once it comes, I will share with you in the video. But I have placed some orders to do some 2 activities that I'm thinking. I haven't fully made up my mind, but one, I want to have a notebook where I can do a journaling, including morning pages and just random daily journaling. Not very much of like a fancy one, but just some random thoughts to get out. So as I had this bound book note, which I knew that I'm not going to use after 30 days challenge, toward the end of this challenge, so I kept some pages for finishing off my daily logging task management, but let me share with you. I started using it for something different, just to see if I like the size of Traveler's Notebook standard size. So this is one Sunday when I had some time. I did small journaling here, and it was actually funny. It was Sunday, so my family were all in the same house, and we had chocolate cookies for snacks. And because the box was so pretty. It was actually our son who said, "Oh, mommy, you should cut the box and stick it onto your notebook because it's so pretty." So we share the same vibe. He knows what I really like doing. And so here we are. We have a cookie box cut out. So this is what I tried. And yeah, this is the morning pages that I did one day. I did some journaling here, some going back to the ring planner idea, what I want to use. And I quite liked the idea of doing just getting things out, not so decorative or anything, but just doing some writing was nice to have. So I am thinking of introducing one notebook for my journaling. I actually have journaling book which is separate from these, but I'm writing it in Japanese, and somehow I kind of want to differentiate my writing in Japanese and English. So I'm thinking of introducing my English notebook. And so I'm not gonna like put any targets on how many days per week I need to write or anything, but I just want to open it and enjoy writing whenever I feel like. So that's one notebook that I'm thinking of doing. And the other one is a commonplace book. I have heard about the commonplace book for quite a long time. I've been curious about it, but I feel like Traveler's Notebook, this book-bound style, and my intention when I bought this book is that I'm gonna use it for minimum 5 years. I'm 35 now, so I'm gonna use it until I'm 40, see how the letter ages together with me. So I wanted to use it for something kind of personal development, kind of learning, studying purpose. So there's like a concept of aging together, getting better, growing together. So I am thinking of doing a commonplace book. And as I started, I even did some commonplace kind of thing. So I just bumped across Para methods of how to organize your digital life. I don't know if you are familiar with it. It's a method shared by Tiago Forte. I saw it on YouTube. So as I was watching his video, I took some notes, and I even read some articles in the website. And it was actually interesting. When I started thinking about doing commonplace book, I started reading articles a bit more with more intention of like catching the meat or juice out of it, rather than just, randomly seeing it as one of the text. So yeah, I also watched some video again from bullet journaling because I wanted to see if there's anything I can add or learn from it. And also there was like a blog posts on 10 tips to start a commonplace book. So I was like reading it, taking some notes. So I really like the idea of commonplace book. I mean, not just how the book is or how aesthetic it is, but having the mindset that I can learn from all the articles and taking some quotes and good meat out of it. I really like the idea, so I am thinking of doing it. And I experimented with mixing my own notes and commonplacing entries. This is commonplace, but this is my morning pages. And I tried this mixing style, but I'm not sure if I like having my own random thoughts and my learning in the same space. So I'm thinking of differentiating into two notebooks, but let's see how it goes. The notebook is supposed to arrive anytime soon. So when I receive the notebook, I will decide which one to use, and yeah, I will start doing my journaling and commonplace book with my traveler's notebook. So yeah, today's video was a bit bombarded with lots of information, but what I wanted to share is that I really like traveler's notebook. It's staying with me, of course, but I am transitioning this into more journal, memory keeping, studying, something that I want to keep with me for a long time. And then I'm going to use Filofax for planning, which is of course functional. I will touch it every day, but something that I won't archive, keep it for future. So whatever that I feel like important might be migrated into this side, but that's a difference that I'm going to introduce moving forward. So thank you very much for watching today's video. Let me know what you think, and yeah, let's see how it goes. I'm so excited with the current. I feel like it's a peaceful moment, so I really want to make this happen. And if this goes well, then that's gonna be my planner start for 2025. So thank you very much. See you soon.